Yeah, we're back, guys. We're back. Make sure you smash the like button. Sharp, sharp. Let's do that. Let's do that. As you are joining, make sure you smash the like button. It was the network that took us out. I didn't even know that the network has took us out. I was just continuing before I realized that we are out. So 5 seconds. Let's quickly smash the like button. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smash it. Smash it, guys. It's free. So let's get started. Yeah, we're back, Musa. What happened before? I just said it. So I gather we are back here today. I left live and I thought it was everybody that network. Yes, it was everybody. I even was took out too. Nick Money Online Reviews. Hello. It was break of structure that happened. Okay, I can see that it was break of structure. Please say hello, sir. Please, I've purchased the account. The details to log in I got from my mail. Please can make connection. Chat me, Kingsley teaches. Chat me if you use my recommended link only. Only chat me if you use my recommended link. So I'm not Jeffrey Benson that co-found Consummate. I only have business with you if you use my link. That's when I can help you to interfere in your Consummate issue. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So you stop when we are talking about major level. Now let's dive back into the chart, ladies and gentlemen. We want to draw our major level. That's where the network took us out. Okay, so now the first thing we need to do is to draw our major level, and we draw our major level from where? From the most obvious. We start our drawing from the most obvious. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very obvious. You agree with me that this is very, very obvious. This is very, very obvious. And guess what? Don't let your major level to be too wide, because when you scale to lower time frame, you will discover that they are very wide. So make sure when you are drawing them on the lower time frame, they are not very, they are tiny. What just important you need to know is that how many touches are they, valid touches. So now if you look at here, there's a touch here. You can drag this thing a little bit down, a little bit down. Okay, good. So we now, the first touch was here, second touch here, touch here, touch here, here, you can see here, and this market came to touch here too. You can see. So that's our first major level, the obvious one. Now you click on it with a control, you press control down, you click on it, it double it for you, then you drag it to another major level. To another major levels in the market. Ladies and gentlemen, you agree with me that from here we touch here, this market break here, at least it came to retest here with these weeks, and then look at it, it touch here, it go here, it break down, but it weak back up, it break here, break it again up, now it's touching here. So we don't know from here right now. NZUSD might give us some direction to move. So but I'm coming, I still need to add more major levels. Where else can I add it? And at the same time, another very important thing is that it's good to add it to where market is still very, very relevant. Right now, if I'm to say we should put one here, it's going to be very tiny. It's going to be very tiny. The reason why I put it here is that you can see we have something like a bearish candle when it was moving here. So this place, and then it's looking like came touch here, came to retest something here a little bit. But look at the most important reason why I put it is that even if this market wants to come down, his first level target will be here, the second level target will be here. So look at it, it got here, it wigged back up, it got here again, it went back up. So it might still continue to be coming here. So this one that we have here is the only one here. So I can just do something like this. I can take my my trend line and straighten it to draw, so that it can give me do you understand, guys? That is where the market has ever gotten to. This thing must be straight. If it's not straight, I'll come here, I'll come and straighten it. Coordinates. Okay, we have force. I'm just going to copy this. Control C. I'm going to paste it here so that the line will be straight. You can see. So it's straight right now. Yeah. So why did I draw this line, red line here? Is because market usually we are dealing with price action. Whatever the market has done before, there's likely come and repeat it. So this market has gotten to this price before it went to massively to this high level. So there's tendency that when this market finally come back to this level, it might still fly high back up, and if it break it, it's going to form another, the next level target to be somewhere around here. Okay, so I can duplicate that too, just bring it here. The reason why I'm giving much attention to the downside is because I know we are on a downtrend. So because we are on a downtrend, the market is likely to move to the downside. You can see. So all this red line will just be that our TP, unless we see some reaction here before we can draw a major or minor level here. But right now we're just going to leave it here. The reason why we draw this one was market has gotten here in the past. The reason why we got in, this is where the market started from according to trading view. Okay, so now even if this market now wants to start going to the upside, this is the next level target. So it is from here that we are going to know what the market wants to do next. Now let's go to, we have drawn our major level. These are our major level. I'll assume we should draw another major level here, but it's not need because market is even far from here. So before market gets here, we will have known if we need to draw another major level or not. So now let's go to weekly time frame. We are done with monthly time frame. On weekly time frame, we will now look, okay, what's happening. This is where we can now say, let's draw our trend line. Okay, this market started from here. Let your trend be from week to week. Let's start the trend line from here. And if you want to start it from here, no, let's start it from, okay, you can start it from here. You can start it from, what most important is if you watch the video of how to draw a trend line, which I have taught you guys before, you can see if I'm to draw trend line, sometimes the trend is not respecting. If you draw it like this, the trend was respecting. Let's start our trend line from here. You can see. So the trend was respecting. If you want to draw your trend line, always start from body to body. Sometimes weeks, the first two one that you want to base your decision on, let it be body. This one right now is weak, so I'll start it from body. So second touch, you can see, so now the first touch here, second touch here, is supposed to respect this third touch. So I don't know, when we adjust it to the body, you will see that it respects the third touch. But I don't want to bring it down. Let me just leave it here. Starting from here, it touches here and now. So it is, I don't, for me, as far as I'm concerned, this trend line doesn't seem to be very relevant for me. This market is on a downtrend. The worst this market can do is that it has come here, tested, come down, test here, come down. Maybe you want to come and test this one and continue coming down. I don't know. So I am not interested in this trend line as far as I'm concerned. I'm not interested in this trend line, so I'll remove it. So right now this market has been trending all the way down. So let's try and identify some minor levels. This is a weekly time frame. Let's try to identify some minor levels. Okay, so I usually use rotated rectangle for my minor levels. So I start from the most obvious ones. What happened? Where does the market get to, and then we get some reaction in the market? So start from the most obvious ones. Let me drag it. And remember, this rotated triangle, this rotated rectangle is not always straight. You are going to be the one to straighten it, okay? And it's too wide. I'm going to still shorten it. I just want to make sure it's touching where I want it to touch. You can see right now I'm shrinking it. Okay, so you can see that when this market got here, we got some reaction. It got here, we got some reaction. It got here, it got some reaction. The market touched here again, moved to the upside. It finally break it, retested. After retest, come down. It came to retest it again before that massive move to dance. And when it come back up, it was here. It couldn't continue. Come down. It test it again. Boom. It push it back down. Okay, so in a case whereby the trend line is not making sense, like the way we draw that trend line, it was intersecting anyhow, was not making sense, so I just delete it. I just use other means. That is why you have to have a lot of all this. Sometimes when you draw your trend line, everything just respect that trend line, go with it. But sometimes when it's not respecting the way I just draw it now, I just continue with my major and minor level, and I'll just be patient with it. It will eventually play out. So look at it. So this my minor level right now. You can see it was respecting. Even if I drag it to this level, you can see that it's going to respect all this level too. But what matters is the future. So right now, let me try to drag it a little bit into the future. So now you can see, so what I'm expecting right now for NZD-USD is to break below to continue coming to the downside, because it's a downtrend, and we have gotten something like an M pattern here. If you go to daily time frame, you see that this place is an M pattern. You can see, to further prove it to you guys, you can see it's a double top on do. It's a double top, first touch, second touch, and then boom to the downside. So right now, going back to weekly time frame, you can see that this thing is not straight. So I'll have to drag it to make it straight. Okay, I'm trying to straight it because it has to be straight. Sometimes I take my time to make sure it's very straight. Now I shrink it. Okay, look at it now. It's straight now. Can you see? So now you can see the way the market was respecting all this place. So now I'm expecting, what am I expecting on NZUSD right now? As far as I'm concerned, it's on a sell trend. Before we can say this market is going to start buying to the upside, we'll see something like let's go to monthly time frame. Okay, this is where we are. Okay, on our monthly time frame, we'll see a monthly time frame close above. You can see a monthly time frame needs to close above. I don't want to base my decision on weekly. Can we base it? Because of this intersecting, I won't base my decision on weekly time frame. All this is intersecting. You can see intersect, it came back down, intersect, it came back down. So I'll base my decision on monthly time frame to avoid fake out. Okay, so when I see a clear monthly candle close above here, it's going to be an indication for a buy to this upside. But right now I'm very optimistic to the downside, so let me just type it. That's the way I give instruction on the chart. Monthly candle close above minor level is okay, above minor level before making buy decision. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how ladies and gentlemen, this is how I make all this before making buy decision. So I need a monthly candle to close above minor level for to make a buying decision. But right now I'm big on selling this pair. Okay, I'll just put it here. I'll know that this is the minor level I'm talking about. Now this sell here, what is going to be an indication for me to know that this market will start selling now? This is the right time to enter for a sell. I'll be on the weekly time frame. Let me go to daily time frame. Daily time frame. Okay, it's very simple and straightforward. This is daily time frame, right? Very simple and straightforward. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. You can see what I was talking about the other time, guys. You can see how wide this thing is. Now let me go to monthly time frame. Let me see if I can shrink it. It's very wide. When you go to lower time frame, very wide. So let me see if I can shrink it. Yet it must touch all the necessary touches it has to touch. I'm considering this. Okay, I think I've shrunk it to a certain level. Now let me go to 4 hours time frame. It's a little bit better now. You can see if I didn't shrink it, it was touching here before, and this is another indication that this market touch here and it fly to the upside. So sometimes that's why when you are using major level and minor level, you need to be very, very patient for you to have a clear direction. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to Yeah. Yes, because look at this touch here. After this touch here, this is an indication. Give us something like a W pattern. A touch here is an indication for somebody to buy. So that's why I will leave this thing as wide as it is. I just know that when market is within this major level, I will not do anything unless if I have just gotten a confirmation to enter a buy or a sell from here, but I won't do anything. So let's leave it like how widen it is like this. So one thing I'll be waiting for is right now I don't know if I can base my decision on break and retest to the downside. I don't know. We have something like an head and shoulder pattern here, move to the downside, then okay, so we can draw a trend line. We can draw a trend line. Let's see if that trend line is okay. It's looking like it wants to break that trend line. Okay, let's try to draw another trend line. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm going to base our decision on right now. This is a daily time frame trend line. Okay, so when a trend line is touched here, I'll be expecting this market to actually start selling. If you can respect this second trend line, listen, if this market can respect this second trend line like this, maybe you come a touch, boom, a day trade opportunity. If it touch, you can swing it, you can day trade it to this level. If possible, you can swing also, maybe like 1 or 2 days is going to move. So but a proper one is if it finally break, if it has touched this trend line, it must not just anyhow break. If it has touched this trend line and it finally break, retest, continuation, before we can say this is what I'm anticipating. Not that I'm telling that this is what the market will do. This is what I'm anticipating the market. If this market can do this thing that I draw here, then I'll be ready to take it for a sell. I'm expecting it to come and touch this trend line again. After touching this trend line, there's a push to break this major level. If a push can break this major level right here, remember it's a major level. So if this break can break this major level, close very well below, not all this kind of close. You can see all this one, they didn't close properly. When this one want to close, it close properly. You can see I'm not talking about minor level here, we are talking about major level. Major level are not meant to be played with. So it's going to break it, a proper break, like come closer, not this kind of fake break. Break it with a candle closer, just like something like this. You can see this bearish engulfing candle here, this particular one. You can see that when the market when the candle want to close, there's a short retracement, like there's no much wick, just a little wick. So it's a full bearish engulfing candle. So if you can get a full bearish engulfing candle like this, after this trend line has been touched, because it's approaching this trend line like we want to touch it, let's leave it to touch this trend line. Or probably when we, even if it now not touch the trend line, even if it is just that we got that bearish engulfing candle to break below, I'm going to do what? I'm going to wait for a retest for extra confirmation. So it will now be like, number 1 is a sell trend, number 2 break of major level, number 3 a retest to the major level. So at least 3 confirmation, 3 confluences, then I'll be able to be like, okay, from here to here, let's calculate. From here to here is how many pips? That's about 400 pips to cash. Simple 400 pips if you can only wait for all these things to happen. Do you understand? So that is how sometimes you look at some peers, they want to give you some tough time, you just be patient with them. You look at them, you try several options. If this is not working, let's try this. You see, I didn't even introduce Fibonacci at all in this, and it's not as if we can introduce Fibonacci, but not like there's a clear trending. Though it's trending down, but the clear trending is not like clear trending. So we don't need Fibonacci in this kind of thing. You just need it to respect that trend line, and then to break below this major level, retest it. That retesting is very important. He has to break below and retest. You will say, did he retest here? He didn't retest here, but he did retest here. Look at it. Remember, we are on a daily time frame. After the breakout of here, another daily candle came back to retest. Another daily candle came back to retest before we see that massive move to the downside. So there will always be a retest, even if it's not a major retest, but it's going to be a minor retest. So after the break, we need a retest to touch this major level before we can say we want to start shorting this market to the downside. Ladies and gentlemen, did you understand? Kingsley teaches. You say you have chatted me. Okay, rechat me so that your chat can fly to the up. I have a lot of chat I have not attended to, so I will always know. Junior Richard say, good morning, sir. Richard from Delta State, Nigeria. Richard, the latecomer. My very good student, but latecomer. How you doing, Richard? Spirit channel, sir. This is Spirit, Mr. Emmanuel Solomon. Okay. God will help you. You this guy. You want to give yourself tough time. Now you sabi shout. Joshua, give me the answer. Sir, what if I break the trend line? What if it break the trend line upward? I've already said it. Look at it. If it break the trend line upward, do nothing. Do what? Do nothing. If it break the trend line, it must come and retest the trend line. So, but do nothing. That is why I love swing trading very well. It will teach you a lot of patience, because if you cannot have that patience, finally you will make the money. Look at what I said. Before I can take a buy decision, monthly candle close above the minor level. This is the minor level. This red one is the minor level. I need a monthly candle to close above it before I can make a buy decision. So even if I see this market break this trend line above, retest it, it can be used as a day trade, but very, very low risk. Where I will be able to, if to say normally on my trade, I usually take like, if I want to take normal trade, I risk 2% of my account, something like that. On this kind of break and retest of a trend line, I will risk 0.5 of my account. If normally I usually risk like $200 on a trade, on that break and retest, I will risk like $50. Do you understand? I will risk like $50 because I'm going against the trend. The trend is down. Do you understand? The trend is what is down. So now, for me to now say I want to see maybe this market want to start moving from here to this level, I will need a monthly candle, not even weekly candle, monthly candle to close above. I'll have to switch back to monthly time frame and wait. And wait for what? And wait for a monthly candle to close above. Once a monthly candle close above, I can now base my decision on that. But for now, I won't base my decision on a weekly candle, okay? And overall trend is your friend. Overall trend is your friend. The overall trend of this market is sell trend. Sell trend is the overall trend. So you should only look for opportunity to sell. So right now we expect it to touch this trend line, break it below, retest like this one has done. Where is it? You can see break below, retest. This is a 4 hours time frame. Remember, the one where I was showing you before was daily time frame. You can see a bearish engulfing candle of a 4 hour. It closed. Another bearish engulfing close. So after that, it consolidated. We now see another 4 hour candle tested that major level. So upon this one, you will have be like, okay, it's a swing trade. You just place your stop loss above this major level here and then take it. So it will just be like this. Why is my sell short position? It will just be like this, a little bit above like this, like 139 pips. Let's round it up to 140 pips. Now you sabi 140 pips is showing me 141. So 140 pips, you just drag it down here. So it's not really enticing like that. Meanwhile, that's one of the reasons I have RZUSD before. I remove it from my pair because I don't really like the movements like that. So you can see how widen the stop loss is. See the profit too. At least if you are risking $1,000 on this trade, you are meant to make like $2,700. Okay, that's like the risk to reward ratio. Risking 1,000 to make $2,700 is still reasonable, right? But when you are swinging trade, I like swinging trade from 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward. Risking $1,000 to make $5,000, risking $1,000 to make $8,000, risking $1,000 to make $10,000. In that regard, that is a very good risk to reward ratio as far as I'm concerned. Swing it, but at the same time, when you are sure of this kind of movement too, it doesn't mean that you are only going to make $2,700 for risking $1,000. Look at all this one. When this one happen, it retraces. Upon this retracement, you can enter another position here, put your stop loss here, and then take it here again. So you can have like 2 or 3 positions before you hit full TP here. Okay, so that's one thing about swing trading. Do you understand, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm reading chat right now. Mr. S said is okay. It is David Abdul. Okay. David Abdul, I don't know you are the one that is Mr. Health. Junior Richard, you are fine, good. Junior Richard says, sir, for the GBPUSD on my trading view, I've checked order and it's all upside down. I don't know what to do. Upside down. I can trade GBPUSD be upside down. Which of the brokers are you selecting? Look at my own GBPUSD now. Ladies and gentlemen, before I move away from this page, do we understand? Let me delete this. The market has left this level. So what we're just waiting for, maybe one day I'll just come and check, just like the GBPUSD too. I'll just come and check what this market will do. So I'll just come and check if this market will respect this thing. Touch here, boom to the downside, retest, boom, continue to the downside. So I'll come and check one day. Any question from this NZUSD? The guy that said we should analyze it, what's the name again? FX Team Academy. Okay, Tim, what's up? Do you understand it? Any question? Camille says she understands. Guys, let's cut this thing again. I need to go and have my breakfast. I've talked about the trading before. In fact, because of the trading, I took Jeffrey Benson course. I've talked about the trading before. So you can start your analysis from daily to 4 hours, 1 hour, and then you can get your entry from 15 minutes. In fact, some people even get their entry from 5 minutes. So, and I call the trade idea too. I've not seen any day trade idea. Remember, today is an holiday in US. One. Secondly, it's an NFP week. So an NFP week, market usually moves slowly. So that's why. So now, Suraj Dauda says it's clear. Musa says it's clear. The guy that says. So does weekly candle close? Can you see? bullish engulfing weekly candle close. It closed, pim, it came back to retest. I knew we are up for another massive move to the upside. So now, ladies and gentlemen, GBP USD, I'm using FXCM, I'm using Ohanda. So Junior Richard, listing and listing good. GBP USD, go and select FXCM, that's the one I'm using, and I'm using Ohanda. These are the brokers that are providing their GBP USD chart. So GBP USD, FXCM or Ohanda, that's what you should use. Do you understand? So on 4 hours time frame right now, you see that we are still in profit on GBP USD. We enter the trade from here upon the confirmation of a bullish engulfing candle. We enter the trade from here, and then it has been consolidating and stuck in profit. So I'll wait for this market. If this market on the NFP day, I'll move my stop loss. What's happening to this? What's happening to this? My reconnection or connection? Okay, it's connected back. Okay, so any question, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, Jare. Thank you. They are speaking a language here. Nkeo. Nkoeo. Can you? Okay, so SG, I greet you. How you doing? You're just joining. Try to watch it again. We are good for today. So we are good, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for today and have a wonderful day. You can take your time to look at this analysis again, practice it on your own, and become better. Network issue everywhere, Musa. Network issue on my end too. Can see you guys are not seeing my face again. Network issue everywhere. So okay, you see how beautiful Kanye is. Nkeo, thank you for your breakfast time, sir. It means this is so sweet of you. Hey, Kanye, you too. Nkeo. I actually know some Ghana language, but I don't know your own language. Because I've been to Ghana, I've stayed in Ghana for some months, like almost 1 year I've been in Ghana. So I know some Ghana language, especially the Twi, but I don't really know your own language. But you know, I love to travel, but I've not been traveling. I've been busy with my forex since last year. Very, very busy. So maybe from next year by God's grace, I'll start traveling back from one country to another by God's grace. So I'll start getting mixed up with different countries, learning their language, their cultures. So we get better. I love adventure. I love changing all of those things. So that's that about that, ladies and gentlemen. We can call it a day from here. So no issues if you are on the swing. God bless you. If you are not on the swing, I've taught you how to analyze market on your own. If you see any opportunity in the market, kindly take it, but make sure you know what you are risking. Don't risk too much. Risk what you can afford. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I will say it again. GBP USD is still at the entering point. It's still at the entering point too, because it's not far from entry. How many pips is this? From our entry to this level is just 24 pips or 23 pips. So if you want to swing this trade, the only difference is that we are going to have a 23 pips different from yours. You have a late entry. But if you want to swing it, there's still an opportunity. And if you want to wait till after NFP, okay, that one is also reasonable. We are risking 100 pips, okay, so to cash like 500 pips, that is 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. That makes sense. Risking 1,000 to make $5,000, you know, that makes sense. GBP USD is at entry for a swing buy. It's an entry for a swing buy. It's just that we are 23 pips or 24 pips ahead of you. If you still want to, if you have a big account that you want to use to swing it, just take it and forget it. And if you want to wait till when we have after the NFP, but it is two things. It's either the NFP push it to the upside or bring it back down to give us a very good entry. Trust me, it's still going to the upside. And if the market wants to change trend, we will also know. But for now, everything that I'm seeing here is that GBP USD to the upside. Our GBP JPY in sweet profit. So that is that about that. So ladies and gentlemen, bye bye for today. See you tomorrow by God's grace. See you tomorrow by God's grace. GBP USD in profits. If you want to do a swing, a day trade, let me quickly call this out. It's a 50-50. You can enter it from how many minutes for this 4 hour? Let me scale down to 1 hour. Okay, you can enter it from here. Your stop loss here. This is 58 pips, and then target 2 to 2 is the guys. Just leave it. Don't let's force any trade. You're not forcing any trade. You're not forcing any trade. So let's call it a day, guys. Let's call it a day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you watch this video again. This major level and minor level. Watch it all. Again, reason watch it all. Only 133 views. That means few people have watched it all. But you know they tell you I'm not available. So bye bye from here, guys. Bye.